Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our Zoom chat number 3. We are halfway through our challenge. So today is the 16th. We should have had our meeting yesterday on the 15th, but I wanted to thank you guys for letting me extend that. And it's a great thing that we did because traffic was crazy and I was not getting service to even look at my phone to check Facebook or anything. So I thought, okay, this is a really good thing that we rescheduled the call, or else I would have been dropping in and out. So, and also helping Shannon watch for traffic. So it was a really good deal. So thank you for allowing me to reschedule. Leadership was an awesome experience, the best yet. So I can't wait to tell you about that. And I'm going to have a Zoom chat just for that. And maybe I'll get Shannon on there with me in case I forget anything. But yeah, she really, really loved it. And so in fact, she's texting me right now because her husband's coming to get their son that's at my house. So let me hurry and just send her my address. Sorry, guys. Okay, done. All right. So our topic tonight is social media and how to use social media. Now, I remember when I used to hear that word, I used to get a lump in my throat and like start sweating profusely, like, oh my gosh, I could never do that, right? It scared me. It honestly did. And now that I've just taken baby steps and I've just got my feet wet a little bit here and a little bit there, it's not as bad as I thought. And guess what? I wish I would have started years ago. And someone that has started years ago is Jennifer Wilmoth, and she's on the phone with us today. And she's going to talk just a little bit about her experience of using social media. And you guys can ask her any questions at the end if you want. And then I do have a PowerPoint presentation that I'll show you, and it's probably going to talk a little bit about what she already is going to be talking about, but I don't know, I learn by repetition, right? So I hope not that I don't repeat too many things that she talks about, but repetition is great so that you can log it in long term, right? If you're like me, I have a short-term memory, so I need to do it, hear it twice, 3 times, 10 times, so I can commit it to long-term memory. So with that, Jennifer, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. If you'll just make sure you have yourself turned all the way up on your phone.
Yep, I do.
Okay, perfect. And then I'll turn it up here on my side too. Okay. So Jennifer joined my team. I'll just give you a quick introduction. Jennifer joined my team about, I want to say 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. Does that sound right, Jen?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a mutual friend, and a mutual friend enrolled on a Saturday, and then the next day, like Sunday morning, it might have even been Saturday afternoon, she signed Jennifer up, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then that evening, she signed up another friend. So she enrolled and had 2 people join her in like less than 24 hours. I was like, I've never seen this before. This is crazy. And then immediately we got on a 3-way call with Jen. So this is Raquel. She's my mermaid girl from from Florida. That's what I'm going to call her because she really is. She's a professional mermaid. And so we got on a call and the 3 of us chatted together and I got to know Jen. And then, Mermaid, Raquel hasn't really supported Jen in her business building, and that's okay. I think we all have our own journey, right? And that time might come for her at a later date. And so Jennifer and I have built a rapport, and we've been working back and forth together for years, and we're still trying to get her out to convention. Someday we'll get her out to convention to hang out with us. That's been our goal for the last couple of years, and so we're going to keep working on that. But I've been watching her, and she's really inspired me online. I just can't believe the things that she comes up with. And so she has given me tons and tons of ideas, but also the motivation and the inspiration to try an online presence. Just a little bit about her family and her background. She is the mother of 8. Which is incredible. That's twice as many children as I have. And I don't know how I do it. Let alone how she does it, right? Like it's really hard to keep up with 4 and she has twice as many. So I really admire her for her her tenacity and to keep going. And she has the most beautiful children, if I can say that. Oh my goodness, picture perfect. They should be on the cover of the doTERRA magazine, right? They will be someday, but they just have that. I mean, they're just a beautiful family. And so not just the doTERRA magazine, any magazine for that matter, they're just very beautiful and photogenic, but also beautiful, on the inside. She has an incredibly supportive husband, and he helps her with her online technical stuff, but she has these great kids that she not only, she has these 8 children, but she homeschools them. And then she's also a homesteader. So she, has all these wonderful animals and a farm, and she's busy. Like, I just don't even know when she sleeps, for real. So, but I've just been so grateful that she's on our team, and I've learned so much with her, watching all of her posts and how she homesteads, because that is my goal in the future someday, is to have a homestead and have some chickens, eggs, milk my own cow. I know I'm crazy. I mean, for you guys that know me, you're probably like, oh my gosh, she's losing it, because that's not the style that I have right now. I live in the city, right? Like, I'm a city girl, but I was raised on a farm. So eventually someday I will get back to my roots, hopefully. So she has inspired me greatly, and it's been so fun to watch her. And a few of you are also following her, which is awesome. You are watching what she's doing online. And if you're not following her, we can get you her information today and get you signed up to do that, because I'm hoping that you will be as inspired as I have by her. I know you will be. So Jen, did I cover everything? If there's a little bit more that you want to tell us about yourself to start, like some personal things, that would be great. And then you can start with how you got started with social media.
Okay. You are too kind, Amy. Well, really, and because I'm so busy, because I homeschool and I have 8 children and we have a farm, using social media is really has been a blessing for me. Mm-hmm. So I love to utilize social media to help build my business, because I am busy here locally, but I do teach classes locally as well. You definitely don't want to make social media and doing classes online and webinars and things like that top priority. Mm-hmm. You want to have a good balance of doing classes both online and in person as well.
Right.
But so to be honest, I'm really not an expert on social media. I've been doing it for a few years, so I have been practicing for the last few years. I'm always learning every day, and I learn from watching others who do it as well, and other people who are in the doTERRA business and are successful online through using social media. So that's where I've learned all of the things that I know now. Mm-hmm. And some tips, I just have some basic tips that I can give you tonight that I try to utilize in my social media presence. And let me pull it up. It's on my notes here on my phone. And can everyone hear me okay? If you cannot hear me, let me know. I'm on my phone.
It sounds really good.
Okay, good. So the first thing that I've always learned when using social media is you really want to focus on building your audience and your followers by figuring out first what your brand is. And when I say brand, some of you might not know what that means. Basically, what is it about you that makes you special? What do people go to you for? What do they, when they think of you, what do they think of you as? For example, my brand online is my handle name on Instagram and on Periscope and different social medias is Progressive Homestead, because that's the name of my blog. And my brand is Whole Family, Whole Living, which basically on there I talk a lot about homesteading, homeschooling, whole wellness, and things like that. So figuring out what is your brand and using that to really build your audience and gain a following. Because if you're constantly just on social media talking about, you're the essential oils person, you're the doTERRA person, and that's not really what you're going to be successful in building your doTERRA business. You want to gain a following by showing people who you are. And when you build that trust with them and you build relationships with them, then they're going to be more open to listening to you about, essential oils and doTERRA and that type of thing. That's one thing that I have learned and try to make sure that I focus on as well. Another thing is when you're doing posts on social media, you want to kind of keep that 80-20 or 90-10 rule, where 80 to 90% of your posts are going to be focusing on your brand. So you're only going to use 10 to 20% of your post on your actual doTERRA business. You don't want to vomit your business all over everyone. You want to only use 10 to 20%, and then the rest of it just talking about different things in your life that people know you about. For me, homesteading and homeschooling and family and that type of thing. Another thing is you want to be consistent. So to really get people to want to learn from you, to want to engage with you, you have to really be consistent. So daily posts is possible, but consistently posting is really important. I'm sure you all know that there are several social media platforms that you can use. There are many out there, but probably the most popular one is definitely going to be Facebook. And of course, you have others such as Pinterest and Twitter and Instagram and Periscope. With all of those, well, with Facebook and Instagram and Periscope, it seems like more people these days now are doing their live videos to really gain their following. People like to see live videos. I know I do, because when you see live videos, you really get to know that person on a different level than just reading their post. So that's something that I'm actually trying to work on, is doing more live videos, because it until you get comfortable with it, it can be nerve-wracking, but that is definitely something that I have seen that's really big now, what people are doing, is live videos. So if you can do that, that would even help even more so. Also, when you're doing posts, it's really great to help engage your audience. Ask questions. Share your experiences. Always give value and education in your posts. And always look for ways that you can serve others online. And you always want to be positive. Don't bash other companies, no matter what. Even if someone's bashing us, we never want to bash other companies. We want to keep that positive attitude and be an example. Be yourself. Never compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 30. So just be yourself online. Don't try to be, like this other successful person who is doing their doTERRA business. Be yourself. Be authentic. Some tips: you can schedule your online posts to help you be consistent, especially on your Facebook page. If you don't have a separate business page, I would recommend definitely having a separate business page. You don't want to talk about your business on your personal page. Every once in a while is okay, but it's much better to have a separate business page. And if you have builders already and users already, it's great to have a separate user and builder Facebook group that you can have for them to help support your team. One for your users to help support your users, and one specifically for your builders, for those who want to build. I have on Facebook, I have, of course, my personal profile, and then I also have my Progressive Homestead page, which is my brand, and then I have a user Facebook group, which is for my users. I'm in the process of creating a builder's one as well.
Okay.
And just a couple tips for doing live videos. There are a couple tools that I learned about recently, actually, and I purchased them for myself. And one of them is called a Pop Socket. If you're not familiar with that, you can get it on Amazon. And I'll post a picture of these tomorrow in the group. But the Pop Socket is just a simple little thing that you stick on the back of your cell phone. And so when you're doing a video or a class, you can put your phone easily on the top of your laptop so that you're not looking back and forth at your notes and then trying to do a live video. You're staying all kind of in one general area. It's really a really handy tool for doing live videos and webinars and classes.
Nice. Okay.
And another thing is called a Diva light. Okay, a Diva light. It's like a selfie ring light. And again, I got this from Amazon. It's pretty cheap. I think it was like less than $10. And basically, it clips onto your phone, and so it just helps brighten up everything and helps your face to look bright, helps it to glow. And I've seen people use it when they're doing live videos, and it really does make a difference. It's just a really simple light that you clip on your phone, but it really does make a big difference when you're doing live videos.
Okay.
And another tip that I learned of when you're doing live videos or classes on social media is you want to make sure you turn on all the lights around you. So like if you're in, let's say for example, your kitchen, you want to have on your kitchen lights, of course, but you also want to have any rooms that are near your kitchen, you want to have those lights on as well, because you want to have really, really good lighting when you're doing your classes and your live videos online.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. And the one thing I would say, though, is social media, it's one of the biggest enemies also when it comes to productivity. So, you know, the incessant dings and notifications will break your focus and send you on a rabbit trail for hours. So before you know it, your work session will be over and you'll accomplish nothing. So a great tip is to take charge of your social media when you sit down on the computer. Shut down all of your extra browser windows. Put your phone in another room if you have to, if you're not using your phone to go on social media, and just commit to laser focus. Really important to remember, because I know it's very, very easy to, you get on there and you have all the intentions to do a post, and you get sidetracked, and before you know it, you're scrolling through your Facebook feed and wasting time.
It's so true.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, well, I'm going to show them your Facebook page here in just a minute, if that's okay, and how
Yeah,
you're
that's
doing
fine.
all of the Synduit classes. And I was just going to see also, I've been trying to use Amplify today to get it to post to my Facebook page. But what I really want is my Amplify to post to my user page, which is called, my Oilicious page. And right now it keeps trying to post to my regular page. So I was going to check that out here in just 1 second. So, no, but you gave some awesome tips. Seriously, she has it figured down. And what I love about her is that I have not been a model for her on social media. She's asked me a few questions, and I can tell her, well, this is what I've heard. I'm not an expert by any means, but you could try, you can try what I've heard. But then she's kind of left me in the dust with social media. Now she's my mentor with social media. No, I help her with the business, but she helps me with social media. So we have a great relationship in that we can share and we can help each other out, which is awesome. I will show you her Facebook page here in just 1 second, but she does look to other people who are doing social media as their format. She's looking to them, and she's finding out what works good and what doesn't work well and what she wants to implement into her business. And so instead of waiting for myself or someone else to step up for her, she's just taken the bull by the horns and done it on her own. So I really admire that about you, Jen. So, time is of the essence because she doesn't have a lot of time. So she has to be fast. And I can probably speak. Well, let me just ask you. I'm not going to speak for you. Is it a lot easier now to post if you don't go on those rabbit trails? Is it really fast and easy for you to post now compared to days of old? Can she hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It's definitely a lot easier than it used to be for me. I'm definitely a lot more confident because I've gotten a lot more practice.
Yes.
But it does get easier.
Okay, good to know. So I found that with even just my first live live class. I was so nervous at the beginning of it, but by the end I was like, that was easy. I want to do another one. So I'm already looking for another topic to do a Facebook live class. So you just have to take that initial jump and say, I'm going to do this. And this is what my format's going to be. So let me go ahead and share my screen here and minimize that. Let's go. I think I wanted that. I wanted that. So let's see here. I had another window. Let me see. I had another window open. There we go. We'll use that one. It's a little cleaner. Okay, so we're going to go to Facebook and let it start loading. But in the meantime, I wanted just to quickly talk about a few things. Jen pretty much covered them. Let me just quickly go through a few things. Hey guys, I need you too. I love you. But can I have you go in Rip's bedroom to play guns? Because I'm doing a call and I'm recording it so everyone can hear you. Okay. Oh, too much fun. So this is my social media PowerPoint presentation. Now I could turn this into a Facebook class, right? Any PowerPoint presentation that you make, you can turn it into a lot of different things. And so what I've used my PowerPoints for is to gather information and collect it all into one place, because I've got ideas in my head, I've got notes, I have ideas that I've seen online, I've taken pictures, so it's just a great place to move all of your thoughts and all of your ideas and all of your information into one place, right? So PowerPoint is a great way. You could teach a PowerPoint at a class, right? So we aren't talking about home parties today, we're talking about using the internet. So social media is the first one. You guys can see this okay, my screen, for those that are on there? Okay, so the very first thing that I want to talk about is finding your cause or your why. When I went to leadership this week, it was just, it was phenomenal. So many different people talked about how they got started in doTERRA and how, I'll give you an example. There's a lady named Susan Johnson, and her son, when he was about 3 years old, they found out he had leukemia, he had cancer, and of course they were, just devastated. And, luckily she has faith in her life and she has God, and they spend a lot of time through prayer and all of that, and reaching out to people and experts. And I want to say she kept calling herself a practitioner. So I don't know if she was a nurse practitioner. She didn't give exact details, but, she was leaning more towards the natural side, but she also had the Western education. And so she was listening to all these experts and trying to get the best care for her 3-year-old son. And they ended up, what's that?
She was a holistic doctor.
Okay, who is that that's speaking?
Me, Shannon.
Oh, okay, you're on here. Oh, fantastic. Okay, yes.
I'm just on telephone.
No, okay, that's fine. No, pitch in, please do. But she was they could have easily lost their son. They didn't. Luckily he came through it. He's doing awesome. I think it was about a week or two ago they got a clean bill of health. The leukemia is gone. But they've been fighting it for a long time, right? Well, so through that tragedy, even though it wasn't a tragedy, but through that experience and that horrific thing that came into their family, it made them stronger. But now that's who she wants to help. She wants to help those that have cancer. She wants to, she feels like that's her new mission in life, right? Is to help other people with getting through, just the hard times that they experienced. And so that is her cause, right? And some of you have had devastating experiences in life. You've had trials and tribulations. And I know us as women, for those of us that are on the call that are female, that we have hormonal issues, and we have physical ailments, right? We've what's what I'm looking for? We've had children. We went through the baby bearing years. And so you kind of have to just figure out what your cause is or what your why is. Like, who do you want to help the most, right? Who's the type of person that you would want to help the most. And so we can usually almost always, right, turn something horrific into our life into this amazing thing, right? So at the time that you're going through, you're like, this is not good. I don't know how I'm going to survive this. But you do survive it. You come through it and you learn, and then you want to help others learn the basic lessons with what you learned, right? So that's just one example. She was amazing. I am probably not doing it justice. Shannon, is there anything else you wanted to mention about that? Because she was one of our favorite speakers, huh?
She was a good speaker.
I was telling Shannon on the way home, I said, we're both school teachers, and Shannon is wanting to build a doTERRA business because she wants to spend more time with her own children, not just the children in her classroom. But she's gone from 7:30 in the morning, 7:15. She gets home about 4:30, 5 o'clock. The day is over, and she's wanting more time with her kids, and by the time they do homework, and by the time they cook meals and brush teeth and get them ready for bed, shower them, whatever, like the day is over. And she just says, I'm missing out on my kids' lives. She has a 6.5, right? 6.5 and an 8-year-old. So, she has young kids and she wants to be home with her family. She wants to travel. So I told her just on the way home last night, I said, maybe your story, I'm just trying to help her come up with hers, right? But maybe your story is that you want to help other teachers or people that want a new profession to reach out for their goals and to be able to accomplish them. And so, that's just one example. And maybe in the last 24 hours, she's come up with some other different things that she wants to share. But that's just a couple of examples of finding your cause and your why, right? And then, what do you have that others want? You have to ask yourself that question. What do you personally have to offer other people? And that's what's going to attract them to your business. Jennifer kind of touched on this a little bit, that it's called attraction marketing, right? You need to know what you stand for, and so that you have something to offer people, and they're going to come to you and you're going to be the expert, right? So what do you have that others want? Well, we have the oils, but they want your story. They want you. They want your expertise. They want to be part of your life. They want a connection with you, right? So how can you connect to them? So who is your ideal client or your target market? Who are you looking to reach? We get some of these younger moms on our teams, and I just say, well, you're a young mom, and there are so many young moms that have babies that have acid reflux, and this is not, of course, probably very compliant, but we're not going to post it anywhere. Well, it's on YouTube, but it's private. So you have to have the link to it through my page. But, you have all these babies that have problems. Like even just my baby was very colicky, very gassy, very miserable, kept me up at night. There are moms that are looking for solutions for their babies, and I wish I would have jumped on the bandwagon back then, right, when I had a brand new baby at home and did that. But I was so tired that I didn't. I was barely surviving those days, right? So just think about that. It might have to do with your own age group. Maybe you want to attract your age group, but maybe you don't. Maybe you want to be the mentor that's reaching down to those younger people, right, and saying, okay, guys, I wish I would have known this. I didn't, but this is how it is, and let me help you. So who is your target market? And then Jen also mentioned this, what is your brand? So you kind of have to pick something that's, you're going to pick a graphic, you're going to pick a really cool design for the name of your company, and you're going to just kind of give it some fluff, right? Some extra things. So an example with my business is I like to cook with the oils. So my brand is Oilicious. And so I turned the O's into oranges because wild orange is one of my favorite oils. I do love all the citrus. I just love citrus oils, right? So I did choose the orange because it's a nice O, a round shape. And so my O's are orange slices, like an orange has been cut in half, dissected. So that's what I chose for my own business, because I think that the essential oils are delicious. They help to cut out fat, calories, sodium, just they make the food taste amazing without having to add all the extra sugar and all the crazy stuff to our food. So that's my own brand, but be thinking about this as we go along. Like, is there some really cool slogan or a graphic that you can use to enhance your business? So, because brand recognition is huge. You want people to notice you right out the door, like, oh my goodness, that's her. Oh, I've seen this before, right? It's creating that muscle memory, and not muscle memory, but just memory of our brand. So, and then what do you have that you can share? So, maybe you want to do a promotion online and you want to say, if you purchase this from my store, this is what you get in return. You get education, you get a little swag bag of products that you can start your business with, right? Not your business, start your usage with. We're going to give you an example that Shannon and I use is we give them a mini modern essentials book, costs about $1.50. We give them a roller bottle, a spray bottle, and a keychain, one of those awesome $6 keychains so they can put their 8 favorite oils in and travel with them. So all in all, I think it costs us about, I would say, less than $10, right? But we give them a set of stickers too, the sticker sheet. And Natalie, you've also used this promotion with me. And so it's just good to give back. Like, if you join my team, you're going to get this. $10 is not very much, right? And you're going to get about $22 to $25 back from doTERRA if they spend at least 100 PV. So you're basically spending about half of your earnings, your commission earnings, back into that person. But I've just found that if you invest in people and you give them something of value, and it just says, I care about you, I'm invested in you, they're going to keep coming back to you, right? It really is just something that I've found that's helped me with my retention rate. But that's not my goal. My goal is not to have a retention rate. That's what I'm trying to say. My goal is to help them get started, which no one did that for me. No one, I'm like, what's a roller bottle? I remember hearing somebody say, oh, do you have any roller bottles? And I was like, I don't even know what that is, right? So it's just giving them a jump start in their usage. And I know that I didn't get that when I started. So I want to do that for my team. So the very first thing we're going to talk about is using email. So if you are not quite ready to do, hang on one second. Rip, are you getting the door, hon? Rip, answer the door. Totally should have muted myself right there. Sorry, guys. His friend's dad's at the door, so I need to make sure he... Oh my goodness, for real. Hang on one second. Rip? Rip! Ripkin! Open the front door for Merrick's dad! Oh my goodness. He's right by the front door. I don't know if you didn't hear it or what. Shannon's probably going, oh my gosh, my husband's at the door. Come in, Chris. Oh, sorry, guys. This is my life, right? Welcome. Okay. Oh, the dog. Hey, Britt, help Merrick find all of his shoes and everything, okay? We had them gathered up at one time, but then they went back outside. Okay, so email. Email is an awesome way to get started with social media. Now, email, I just started using email for my newsletters. That was really super easy. I would just copy and paste pictures from the doTERRA website, and I would put them on there, and then I would just add my own text, and that's how I did my email at the very, very beginning. Okay, so Google Calendar is awesome. So if you have an event coming up, you can add people to the event that way. So you can, I did that for you guys for this Zoom chat today. I sent it out and I put your email addresses in there just so you'd have an email reminder also. Then I also sent the text reminder. So you are getting a couple different ways to be reminded to come to my event tonight. So thanks again for coming, by the way. And text blast. That's the other way that I keep in contact is I just do group texting messages to my team. And it's just an awesome way to get people to your events. So I usually do about an hour before, but I was busy fixing dinner for the 2 little guys. And so I looked at the clock and I thought, I was like, oh, it's 6:30. No, it's 6:45. So I hurried and did a quick text reminder to get you on there. So you have to figure out what works best for you as far as timing goes. Okay, so Facebook is our next one. So let me hurry and just get out of here quickly. Let's see how I do that. I'll come back to that. Minimize. Okay, so here's Facebook. Let me go into Jen's page. Okay, so here's her personal page, right? She has her own personal page, as we all do. So here she is. Then she's also talking about how she's updating her whole living groups. But let's go ahead and go into her Progressive Homestead. There we are. Now, one thing that I wanted to remind you guys is that you can go, after you join a group, you can go into the, where is it? Let me remember. It's a little different look than what I'm remembering. But you can go in and sign up for the notifications. Where is that? Notifications. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's a little world up here. Oh, that's my regular notifications. Let me find it. Jen, any help here on where to find? You can somehow add yourself so that you get the notifications from Jen. So what I did is I put all my top leaders into my notifications, and theirs pops up first on my feed. So when I open up Facebook, I don't just see random people. My most important people are at the very, very top. So I scroll through probably, I don't know, 20 to 25 posts really fast just to make sure I'm kind of up to speed on what all of my most important people, my VIPs, right, are doing that particular day. So I hurry, make a couple of comments and this and that and the other. But like Jen said, be really careful that you don't get sucked in and head off on several rabbit trails if you don't have time. Let's see, no, I didn't want that. Let me go back. So because of her name, though, people can search homestead, right? And they can get a whole list of all the different homesteading things, and they can join her page, which is awesome. Now, I just had a guy 2 days ago. Shannon's my witness. His name is, I want to say Ian. I can tell you here in a second. But he's from England, and he wanted to be added to our business mentoring opportunity. So I messaged him, and I just told him a little bit about myself and wondered what he graduated from. Basically said he just barely graduated from college on his Facebook page. So I said, what is your degree? What is your specialty? It's health and social services. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. Totally adding him to the group, right? So you guys might see him on there, but he's from England, and he asked to join my group. So I didn't make it private, which now I'm glad I didn't, right? Hello, I didn't make it private. They can search for it. Let me, I had to click on this. This is why I can't find it. Okay, so then you can come over here. I'm already following Jen's Progressive Homestead, but then I can go right here to, it's right by the share button. And no, where is it? Ugh. Recommend this page. I can recommend this page. I'm following it. Okay, so I can put right here, I can put in your news feed, see first. There's another way too, but I get all of her notifications, which is awesome. So I can't remember how I set that up. But and this is a group page, so it might look different than an individual, but I follow all of your individual pages and your group pages. So here's just a couple of things that she's doing on here. So she says, this is my new Progressive Homestead page, if you haven't already done so. I invite you to hop on over to my new PH page. Let's see.
Yeah, Amy, that's my old one.
Okay, so let me go to your new one because I just clicked on the link. Okay, so that's probably why. So let me just go through. This is her new one. Can I go through a couple of your old ones too?
Sure.
Okay. So she just gives all of these little tips, and she posts, it's like that one's a book, life-giving learning, right? So she has all these awesome posts though, homeschooling, homesteading, and then here's some doTERRA in there. So you just want to keep it, changing it up constantly, right? Keep the content moving and shifting. I like how you set that though with your business page, to have it be like 20% doTERRA, but then the other 80% is maybe how you're using those products in your life, but it's about your family, you know? So on your personal pages, you want it to be about 80% personal, 20% business, or 90-10. So you want to be like 10% business and 90% personal on your personal page. And on your business page, you want to have it be more the opposite of whatever I just said. So my brain is fried today. I spent maybe too much time out in the sun, really, honestly. We were out there for about 3 hours today. Okay, so this is where she posts her doTERRA Essential Oils for Kids class. So you can click on the link, and it's through Synduit, which we're going to cover in just a second. But if I go here and I click on the link, it takes you there, and I can register for her online class. And then I love this. I can't even remember what life was like before using doTERRA Essential Oil. So I can register for it. And I register for all of hers that pop up because they're awesome. So I actually, on your old one, I think I was already just such a guest that it just was like filled it in for me. But anyway, you fill in your own information, and I'll do that later. So that's one of the classes that she has up and coming. Anything else you want me to show on here while I'm here, Jen?
I think that's good. I have my Whole Living Facebook group for users, if you want to show that.
Okay.
Not on my laptop to share it.
Okay, so Whole Living. So if I type in.
And of course, when you're doing a user group, you can put anything you want to about essential oils on there. So you'll kind of see the difference between that and my branding page.
Right. Definitely. Okay. So.
And when I say users, it's people that are in that group are not just people that are already signed up. There are people in there who are not signed up yet who are just wanting to learn more.
Okay. Very, very good. So, we are trying to give some value to these people, and she's done so many amazing classes you can see on here. Now, Synduit, we're going to talk about in just 1 second. I've only done one Synduit marketing plan. What do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? What word do they use? I've only done one so far, and I'm paying $30 a month for it, so I need to get on board and keep doing more. But what is it?
Campaigns.
Campaign. I've only done one campaign, and what I was using that one for is to get people to join the business mentoring opportunity. So I did that though. It sent reminder emails out for me, and it's all automated. And then it had my slides that would post automatically, and it posted at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I made sure that I would get on there and make sure that it just said everything that I wanted to say to it, or I would edit it and add a few extra things to it. So I love that it's automatic, and you can use it. You can use Synduit to teach the classes for you. And they have great content, don't you think, Jen? They're pretty compliant, and from all the classes I've seen that you've done so far, they're done really well.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And I apologize that I was gone this last week when you were doing your cleaning class. I was supposed to help you with that, but I did send her a video. So hopefully that helped you with your
yes, that was very helpful.
Okay, very good. So just so that you guys know, she has Whole Living Facebook classes. She has Progressive Homestead Facebook page, and she also has Jen Wilmoth. And so you can follow any of those 4 that you would like. And then with mine, I have Oilicious is my user page for all of my people that are using and sharing, maybe possibly sharing. I keep trying to invite them to share a little bit on there. I just give them a little tiny bit of that every once in a while. And then I have my Oilology page, which is my business builders only page. I haven't done a lot with that one. I need to get on that one and do some more business building things on there. And I have my regular personal page, which is Amy Palmer Beck. And then I make these extra group ones to do these challenges. And so right now I have 5 Facebook pages going, but normally I only have 3. My personal, my business page, and my sharing page. So that's how we use Facebook, guys. She has amazing classes. You need to follow her. So go on to all 3. Which one would you say is the most, you do the most classes on, Jen? Is it just this Whole Living Facebook?
Definitely. I do most of my classes on the Whole Living Facebook group.
Okay. So
the Whole Living Facebook, the Whole Living Facebook classes group. That's the one that I do most of my classes on.
okay. So if you guys want to add yourself to that, just request to be added to that. It does say it's public, so they don't have to request to be added in that case, right?
Right. I'll post a link in
Okay.
this mentoring group, so anybody who wants to join it can.
That would be awesome. She has the Facebook classes down, guys, so let's use her as a resource for sure. She is my social media mentor. So we kind of go back and forth. We 2 brains are always better than 1, right? Okay, so let me go back to this. Okay, so Facebook is a great tool to use. You can even do sponsored ads eventually when you get really confident in your abilities and you have the public speaking down and you feel like you know your information. I mean, the Facebook Live classes are awesome, and then you can also do sponsored ads and get people to come to your page. So they just kind of pop up, like if Facebook knows that you love essential oils, it will send you the essential oil sponsored ads to your Facebook page. They kind of target you that way. And I don't know how much it costs to do a sponsored ad, but just so you guys know, you can actually target the area you want to have a sponsored ad in. So you can say, I want to build a team in, I'll just say Alabama or Arkansas, right? Where there's not very many diamonds. And so you can actually target that area and say, this is where I want the sponsored ad to run, is in this little geographical area. So you can set those parameters. It's really cool. So remember that. That's awesome. All right. And then Instagram, I do use Instagram. And the thing I love about Instagram is that it posts from Instagram. So when I do my post on there in the morning, I can turn on the little switch that says send this to Facebook. And so it automatically posts to Facebook for me. And occasionally I have to switch that and share it from my personal page to because I can't figure out how to do it just yet. I'm still working on it. I'm very new to this, guys. But I can share it from my personal page to my business page or my sharing page, and then I can delete it from my personal page is kind of what I've been doing, so that it's just there. I don't have to do all the wording and put the picture and everything on there. It just does it for me. So Instagram is awesome. So Instagram basically looks like this. I'll hurry and show you guys. I can show you on my screen, but it would take longer to load. It's really fast on my phone. So maybe I can't get the screen to show it. No, I really can't. I'm going to show you on my screen, so hang on. So Instagram is super cool. No, just go back. Come on, cooperate today. Here we go. Thing I like about Instagram is you can post these beautiful pictures and you get followers. I think the Instagram's kind of the new social media, and so you build a following on here and then you follow other people, of course, right? But it seems like a lot of the younger generation are doing Instagram, so if that's your target market, then that's probably where you want to go. I'm not sure if Instagram is going to be the new Facebook, and then Facebook eventually is going to be obsolete. I don't know that, but just in case, I thought I better learn this because all of the young people are on here. Now, this is the girl Her name is Mimi, M-E-M-E. She lives in Louisiana. And she's the first one that popped up on my feed. She is a registered dietitian. And I messaged her. I need to message her again in case she didn't get it. But I signed up for her newsletters, and she has really great recipes. And so I am following her on Instagram. But I sent her a private message saying that I would love to give her some essential oils to try to see if I can get her to join my team. And I sent her an email too. So I contacted her through Instagram and through email. So I'm not sure if she's too adventurous in that way, but she hasn't responded yet. I just have to keep putting it out there to her, right? But other people, if she's not open to it, then I'll work with someone else. So if we go here to my post quickly, you can see a few of mine. This is Shannon and I and it's really cool because it has this same little Instagram, frame around us. And so that was at leadership. We just held it and took a cute picture with it. But I have all different types of things. So I put little motivational quotes up here. Here's a personal one about me. I went to visit my chickens, and I had to adopt them out to someone that owns a farm, and it was really sad. That was I had them for about 9 months, and I guess it was only 6 months, but I had to find them a new home. But they're very, very happy where they're at now, so I'm happy for them. Much better situation. And then I also post some doTERRA stuff on here too. So here are all the BOGOs. And then I had this little Coco Chanel thing that I did for a while that just posted all these fun things about Coco Chanel. So I just mostly repost from doTERRA. I mostly just take their content and share it. So that's the one thing that you don't have to come up with your own things, right? You can copy, and as long as you're consistent, that's what people want to see. They want to see that you're consistent with what you're doing. Now, I made this one. I'll show you this really fast. This is at the beginning of the year. I can't see the date on it, but it says the road to success is always under construction. And I put my name here. So I made this. I just got a picture off of the internet, and I loved that road because it was already kind of broken up and kind of fuzzy and crazy. And then I have an app that I use that's called Word Swag, or I have another one called Word Dream. Those are two different apps that I have on my phone, and I can just take that picture and put my own words over it and make my own. And they're called memes. And so I made my own in that case, and literally it takes me about 1 to 2 minutes to make one of those. It's really super fast. So to post on social media on Instagram, it takes me about 10 minutes. And that's even if I have to make my own picture. But a lot of times I'll just find them on Google search. I'll look for something, and then just, if it's not, doesn't have a watermark over it, then I think it's free for all. So I just use them. Maybe I'm not supposed to, but I do. Now here's one that I made myself. I did this veggie hummus wrap. And this is the beginning of the year when I was making all these awesome food choices. I still am. And trying to get a new healthy lifestyle. But then I showed how I made the inside. I showed it rolled up, and then I showed how I cut it. So I made these cute little hummus veggie wraps. It's a healthy eating diet. And I got a lot of likes on it, right? 16, but I think I got a couple new followers off of that one too. So that's what's great is if you post awesome things out there, people are like, oh, I like her stuff. And we learned at our leadership conference that you definitely want to keep all of your stuff very similar. You want to have a similar look to it for the most part. There's this girl on there on Instagram, and she, in 16 months, she built to diamond. And this was her living in a car, in and out of apartments. They would stay 6 weeks while her husband did different internships. And they had a blow-up mattress, a blow-up couch, and they would pack up their whole apartment after 6 weeks, put it in the car, and travel to their next place. She built a doTERRA business while she was living out of her car. Now that is some serious dedication, right? But all of her posts have a similar look to them. They have a white background. She has the oils usually laying down, and then she just takes an upper shot of them. It's just a really clean background, and then she puts Oil Magic by Michelle across her page. And so, but she has a lot of followers, right? But she's consistent. She posts every single day. She has young kids, and it's like, how does she have time to do this? If she has time to do it, then I should have time to do it. These are just a few of the ones that I've done. I did a whole Christmas series, as you guys know. I did a whole bunch of Christmas gift giving ideas to give out to people. That was the 12 days of Christmas. And I just find some random things on here and put them on. I just, whatever is interesting to me. So mine's a little bit more random, not quite as planned. But Shannon and I were talking on the way home. One thing that I want to do is I love wood. I love any kind of a wood grain texture. So I'm going to go get some just pieces of flooring, basically. I have some old pieces of flooring that's left over from our house. I'm just going to snap them together and make my own canvas to put the oils on so that I can photograph them and just make some really fun things. You always want to label them so people can't take them. You want to watermark them and put your signature across them so people won't take them. Because one of the ladies that we talked to, well, we actually listened to a webinar, and she said, yeah, people take my stuff all the time. And she's like, don't they have any originality of their own? She's like, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's basically like copyright. Like, they're taking my stuff, and it doesn't feel good, but I can't stop them from doing that. But she does put the watermark on there to try to kind of help that from happening. So let's go back here really fast. Instagram. That's Instagram. You just put a little comment on it. I like how Jen said to ask a question. I do that a lot. I ask a question and kind of spark the interest and have it. That way they're having it come from them. So you ask them a question, and all of a sudden it's not about me, it's about them. So it puts the focus on them, and they're like, oh, she cares about me. She's asking me how I feel about this. And then at the very bottom, you put a whole bunch of hashtags, and that's how people find you, is they're searching for hashtags. So you put all of the different things that relate to that post, and then they find you. Like, I always put doTERRA. I always put hashtag essential oils, hashtag doTERRA. And then I just learned from Shannon, I need to start putting hashtag oilicious, hashtag, holistic. I just need to make sure I have all those different things. Again, going back to your branding and finding out your why on there. So Twitter, I'm not very familiar with Twitter. I need to become more familiar because a lot of people do use that as a quick, fast way to communicate, because people don't want to get lost in reading your whole thing. And even though it's short, they still don't want to get lost in that, so they like Twitter better. The Daily Drop app is an app from doTERRA. You can download that onto your phone, and what's great about it is it gives you a video every single day, and it's about a 1 to 3 minute video, and it talks about using the oils. This is great for new users. When you sign someone up, you should get them on this Daily Drop. Every single day they get a new tip. And then again, I don't think you're going to see my screen. It worked really well last time we did this, but we had our call during the daytime, so I've got a different lighting in here. But sign up for Daily Drop app if you don't have that one yet. I think that one is free. I'm almost positive Daily Drop is free. Now, there's a reposting app called Hootsuite, and Hootsuite helps you post your Facebook posts in advance, so you can schedule them. So let's say that I want to do a promotion on Facebook a week from now or 2 weeks from now. You download the Hootsuite app, and it looks like Hootsuite, right? That's what I always want to say, but it's Hootsuite. And it helps you to schedule that 2 weeks later. So you can say, I want to post at 7 o'clock, at 7:05, 7:10, 7:15, or else you can do it 1 per hour and say, I'm going to post at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m. So you just go through how you want them to post, and that's how you could do a class. You could do a week-long class. It just depends on what you want. But that's just an app that helps you to pre-schedule your posts so you're not stressing out. So I'm on the phone, guys. I'm on the phone. Hi. The Hootsuite app is, I think I paid $9 for that. I want to say it wasn't very expensive though. And the Amplify app, I was just playing that with that before the call, trying to get it to post and to share. I think I'm doing something wrong, so I'm still working on that one actually. But Amplify is a great way. They basically make posts for you. You just have to share them. Another thing I wanted to mention is that doTERRA on Facebook, they do have doTERRA Business and they have doTERRA Essential Oils. It used to be called doTERRA International, but it's now called doTERRA Essential Oils. Follow them, and then each day you can go onto their personal page and you can share their tip of the day. And they have usually maybe even 2 or 3, and you can pick one and share it. And that is super easy to do. And you just have to be super consistent with doing it, because people are like, oh, she's on there. She's dedicated. She means business, right? So then the next one is Synduit. And Synduit is a program. Let me hurry and show you that one quickly. Oh, I never did get back into here. Sorry, I'm just showing you how my PowerPoint looks. Oh, well. Synduit is a program that I pay $30 a month for, but I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I've only done one campaign, but it has a whole bunch of different things. Let me hurry and show you. Come on. There we go. So the one campaign that I just did was to get people to come to my business mentoring. So let's see, hopefully it remembered my login, and it does. But Jen's done quite a few classes. The most recent one that she has done from here is a green cleaning class. The script is already done for you. The pictures are done. You can add your own text to it or modify it, and it's just amazing. So these are some of the ones that I have coming up that I kind of put on the board. Women Entrepreneur Quotes is scheduled for the 31st of March. Essential Oils is a business. I have it tentatively scheduled for April 1st. Only the Essentials. They have tons of cool ones. Let's see. Let me go to campaigns. Just to give you guys an idea. You can mark which ones you want. You can actually tell your preferences, and it will tell you which ones you should do. So there's essential oil mixes and uses. There's a mommy and me oil party. But there's also tons of tax ones too. So retire with style, healthy happy hour. I guess we're going to make some drinks there. And so it just depends. How to use essential oils. I think Jen did that one. Are you still on, Jen? Oh, she is, but she has herself.
Yes, I'm still on.
Did you do that one? The how to use essential oils? The picture is 2 little bottles with some little tiny daisies and some lavender flowers. It's a white background.
No, I haven't used that one. I've used the intro to essential oils, the cleaning essentials. I'm doing 2 of them next week. I'm doing the Healthy from the Inside Out and the one about sleep. I think it's Sleep Intentionally or something like that.
Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah, so she usually does 2 a week. I mean, she's so dedicated. She wants this to be an amazing platform for her. So she's just going through it, and she's figuring out everything that she needs to do. And with that, she's going to find that she's going to make some mistakes, and she's going to change them and get better at it, right? And so
absolutely,
you just have to put yourself out there and start. It is kind of scary. I'm not going to lie. It's a little nerve-wracking, but if you really want to build your business this way, then you got to start somewhere. So a lot of these are like a promotion. If you look above it and this little black stripe at the top, it says it's a live event, or it's a promotional thing, or it's trigger email, or it's a webinar. So let me see if I can show you any of the slides from this Essential Oils as a Business webinar, what it looks like. It tells me that it has a landing page for online registration, like we saw on Jen's page. 3 marketing emails go out, 4 autoresponder reminders, and then you get 10 social media posts with this. And so I was hoping it would show me. Okay, so here's all the campaign files. Let me make this bigger. This is how it helps you promote it. You get 10 of these to send out. So your picture will go right here on this when you sign up for Synduit. And it helps you just automatically remind everyone, send out emails, send out Facebook posts, but you can put your own date on there. So they've done all the hard work. We just have to plug in our information into these templates. It's very, very easy and very very doable, not very time consuming is what I'm trying to say. So that's one. And then I was looking, I probably have them already scheduled in my plan. So let me go back. I just barely got this. I think I got this like 3 weeks ago. So I'm not really like completely versed on it. But this is the one I just did, this live event, if it will open it. Let's see. Oh. Well, I'm taking way longer than I wanted to, but this is how you schedule them. So you come in here and you click on this and it lets you open it and edit it for that particular thing. This one was my social media 1, social media 2, social media 3, but right here it has email number 2, email number 3, and you get to tell them what you want to say to your potential customers. So I love it. I think it's awesome. Do I need to use it more? Yes, I do. I've only done one, but I will. So then, let me go back to this, to Synduit. So Synduit is what we can use. They actually have the classes done for you. So we've talked about how doTERRA already has the Facebook posts for us, that we just have to go in and share them, right? And we have Synduit that has the classes done. We just have to go in and tweak them just a tiny bit, and they're ready to go. And then Mad Mimi is what I use for my my newsletter. So once a month, I send out a monthly newsletter. You guys are very familiar with what it looks like, right? So I don't need to show you. But the great thing about it is I get to touch base with each of my people once a month because they want that. And I went to a breakout session and they talked about how people want to know that they are being seen. They're being heard, they're being seen. And so it's my way to reach out to the whole team once a month, because can I make, 900, I think I have like 900 people on my email list for Mad Mimi. Can I make 900 phone calls a month? No, I can't. But I can reach out to them, right? And bring them some hope and some ideas and some inspiration of how they can use the oils. Like I send out the recipes, for them to use them for cooking, but also I've done other things, the little craft projects and different items on there. And I always put my essential oil humor, and I have the promotions of the month, what they get free by the 15th of the month, what the 10% off product is, what the, if there's a $200 PV promotion that month, I put that on there. So I just try to keep them in the know so that they're educated. And I really feel like this has been helpful in keeping my members very loyal to me, and they keep reordering, right? That's the goal, is we want them to be lifetime customers and enjoy the oils and get the most usage out of them. But that's also how we keep our business strong. So, and then I just have the last slide here that says, whatever you do, be consistent and be persistent. So we gave you a lot of different ideas tonight, a ton of different ideas, right? I hope I didn't overwhelm you. But there are some great programs, some great social media platforms. There are some great apps that we can use that will help us in our businesses. And a lot of them are automated. They're already done. We just have to share. We just have to send it out to the world, right? So wherever you're going to start, if you're going to use social media, which a lot of you are already on Facebook, because that's how I communicate with you, right? I see what you're doing. If you don't have a lot of time, especially, it's a great way. Like Jen said, she said, I'm a mom of 8. I really don't have time to go out and teach a lot of classes. I'd rather just teach an online class. And I think that people are really moving towards that because they can tune in from the comfort of their homes. They don't have to leave because, a lot of people are gone during the day and they work. And when they get home, they don't want to leave again. They want to be home with their family. And, like with Shannon, when Shannon gets home, right? Shannon, you don't want to go anywhere. You just want to hang out with the family. And she really only has like 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours of quality time with them before the kids go to sleep. And so tuning in live on a Facebook class would definitely fit her lifestyle right now. Now we are trying to improve her lifestyle and bring her home, and then eventually bring her husband home from his job. He is actually home from his job. He works from home, right? He works from home, so he is able to cover after school for the kids and different things. But he would definitely like to be not working, right? And be able to vacation and spend some awesome quality time with those kiddos. So, and that's all of our goal. So let me go ahead and just thank you guys for tuning in and taking time out of your day today to be with us. And hopefully we taught you some amazing things that you can utilize in your businesses. But stay on the line, and if you have any questions, we'll answer them for you. I will be doing, and I haven't even asked Shannon this yet, but Shannon, I think we should do a recap on our experience, our leadership trip together, if you're willing. Think about it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Oh, I was like afraid she's going to say no. Like, we're still recording.
I learned, I'm keeping to myself.
No. She's great at sharing. So we'll be doing a recap on that. And then we just have one more week left of our challenge. So one more call next Wednesday, same time at 7 o'clock. And just thank you for tuning in on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday and rearranging your schedule to be with us. That means a lot to me. So let me go ahead and stop the recording. But thank you so much. And we'll see you next Wednesday.